Welcome back, viewers. You are still tuned into Prime Live, and today we are talking about the big C word that scares us all, and that is cancer, which is an escalating crisis in South Africa, with recent statistics from Stats SA actually indicating that females accounted for 51.3% of cancers diagnosed in 2018, with males being accounted for 48.6%. Now, the median age at diagnosis was 59 years old for females and 64 years old for males. But the median age at death suggests that men are often diagnosed at more advanced stages. Now, these stark figures actually highlight the critical need for awareness, early detection, and support for those who are affected by this debilitating disease. Today, we are incredibly honored to have a beautiful and incredibly inspiring guest with us this evening, Tshepang Lutshaba, who is going to discuss with us this year's Wellness Walk Against Cancer, which is scheduled to take place on October 27th, 2024, so that's this year, and it's going to be taking place at the Rietvlei Zoo Farm in Alberton. Now, she comes from an incredible organization called South Africa United Against Cancer, and we are going to be talking a bit more about the walk, the organization itself, as well as her personal journey. Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us on Prime Live.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
It's such a privilege for us to be able to have you here today. I mean, just listening to those statistics, it's incredibly alarming, which means that there's a great need for topics of conversation like this, where people need to have access to information when it comes to some much needed awareness, as well as some early detection information as well. But before we get there, let's talk about South Africa United Against Cancer. Can you tell us what inspired you to start this incredible organization?
Oh, wow, what a journey. I'm not even sure if it's something that I was inspired, or I felt there was really a need, but unfortunately, for the fact that it happened already, lose some of my loved ones. But it was 2018 when I lose my aunt. From my grandmother, is a family thing. It's always been a generation to generation. But with my aunt, it was kind of like difficult because we had a very deep conversation, and it was her last days. I remember when doctor said, we don't think she will make it for a month, you know. And when I got there, sit there, and then she said to me, I'm leaving. You know, that is the worst thing that you want to hear from the loved one, telling you that I'm leaving. And you'll be like, no, man, don't give up. You know, said, no, I'm tired. But what touched me more than anything, it was when my auntie said to me, Tshepang, you guys are educated. You need to do something about it. You know, they're from Limpopo. With me, I feel like I've been ignorant. I mean, my mom, it was cervical cancer, and your sister, it was also a breast cancer. But we keep on saying, you know, it's a witchcraft and all those things. But today we know better. So with your generation, you need to do something about it. If I had a chance, I will do awareness. And that just touches me. And we're like, okay, don't worry, you'll be fine. We're going to have an NPO, we'll do the awareness and all that. But it was too late. They've said a month. But when I get home, 3 days later, I got a call that she's no more.
I'm so sorry for your loss, and condolences to you and your family. But thank you for being so vulnerable with us this evening and sharing that story. I know that just sitting in this room, I'm sure that each and every single one of us can name at least one person that we've lost to cancer, or one family member or friend who is currently struggling from the signs and symptoms of cancer. And, you know, the signs and symptoms can be absolutely debilitating, and it's so difficult to watch somebody you love go through something like that and not being able to do anything. And I'm incredibly inspired by the idea that you took these women's stories and you didn't take them in vain. You took them and you said, you know what, everyone is going to remember you, and everyone is going to remember what you've been through. And I'm going to use this platform to be able to educate people on the signs and symptoms, because early detection, as we know, can be very, very crucial to being able to overcome cancer. So I really admire that you decided to start this organization to help so many people, and I know it's going to continue to do that as well. Now, starting an organization like this, I can imagine, was not an easy task at all. And I'm sure you had a lot of challenges along the way. And we know that in the current economy in South Africa, having an NPO is not an easy thing at all. So it has to absolutely be that project of passion. And even in moments where things are not working out, you've got to use every bit of yourself to be able to get forward. Can you talk to us about some of the challenges that you experienced while starting this platform and how you managed to overcome them?
Oh, I don't even know where to start. But more than anything, I felt that at times God tests us to see how pure we are when we want to do things. With this NPO, we've lose from my own pocket plus minus 850,000. At some stage, I felt like it was too much. And you sit there and then you're thinking, is it worth it? People are not assisting. Like, I'm literally now a government. I'm the one who's spreading this information. Where is government? Why they're not tapping in? Why they're not assisting? But I had to sit and look myself in the mirror and say, remember, what is the purpose of this? That's what keeps me going, to say, I know the reason why I wanted this, and I'm not going to give up no matter how difficult it is. And it's so amazing as times go on. I remember our first event, we spent a lot of money on media. And the next year, there was a guy from SABC said to us, you can't be paying for such awareness. This should be free. This should be something from CSI. And I was like, look at God. If I had give up some of the things, really, they just test you, how serious you are and all that. So there's been challenges, but we keep on pushing.
I think those words are so incredibly powerful. I mean, the NPO sector is such an important one in South Africa. They are those organizations that bridge the gap where government isn't able to assist and where the support and information is really, really lacking. And like you said, there's so many sectors in our communities and in our societies that are neglected by our government. And that's where nonprofit organizations like yours actually come in and are able to assist. So it's very, our government organizations are not supporting in the way that they should. But it's incredible to see your resilience, and despite every challenge that is thrown your way, your passion and your heart is in this project. And I know that so many people are going to continue to benefit from that passion and that hard work that you put into it. And speaking about amazing events and speaking about awareness, can you talk us through the upcoming wellness walk that is coming up? Tell us more about where it is, where it's taking place, and how can people actually get involved?
Okay. The event will take place on the 27th of October at Rietvlei. And the day of the event, we've got other partners. We're also the member of Cancer Alliance. So we've got other cancer advocates that will be part of this. So the day of the event, you'll be able to get different screening. Because with South Africa United Against Cancer, our aim is not to focus on a specific cancer, but is to teach people, educate people about cancer, different types of cancer, and also to be able to know what are the signs, what can you do. So we've got different organizations that will be doing wellness the day of the event.
That's absolutely amazing. I love that it's a fun walk, but you also have the necessary resources where people can actually get that information, get tested, do the screenings, and actually find out some information about how they need to live their lives, how can they live healthier, and what are some of the signs and symptoms to look out for in order that we can have that early detection. Now, there are a lot of viewers who want to know more information about the event. What can we expect from the day? How long is the walk, and how do we get tickets?
Okay, tickets will be at CompuTicket, or they can phone us directly or inbox us directly. For corporate, we usually go and deliver the tickets and the T-shirts and all that. And the day of the event, it will start registration from 7 o'clock. And then from there, we have a family picnic. So, it's a day relaxing that you can bring your family, and you can it's a chill day,
that. It's an awareness day. Yes, it's an amazing day for people to come and get access to those screenings that they might need, as well as the information that they might need. But this is an incredibly important event, and yes, it is going to also be a very fun and family day out that I really, really encourage our viewers to support and get involved with. But more than that, what is your message to South Africans when it comes to early detection, when it comes to cancer awareness, and what do you think we can be doing better as South Africans to, yes, support those people in our communities that have cancer, but also prevent incidences of cancer with early detection?
I think it's very important. We mustn't wait for someone to get too sick. Let's do it our norm. Make sure that you do the regular checkups. Ladies, let's do our pap smear.
Absolutely. That's such important information, and I really love that you're encouraging South Africans out there to make sure that they know the signs and symptoms and that they're getting regularly checked up. And I think the most important thing is we know our bodies better than anyone else. And if something doesn't feel right, you absolutely have to get it checked out. But before we let you go, please do share your contact details or your social media handles. Where can our viewers find you?
Okay, we are on platforms in social media, South Africa United Against Cancer. If you just punch South Africa United Against Cancer, at Instagram is SAUSAC.org.
Thank you for sharing that information. Tshepang, thank you so much for joining us this evening. I'm so inspired by your story and by your journey and your commitment to making sure that people with cancer are supported and that you are giving back to communities by giving back with information. Information is absolutely power, especially when it comes to our health and well-being. And you've created such a beautiful platform to be able to give back, because cancer can feel like a death sentence. That diagnosis can feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, and you're giving people hope and you're giving people an opportunity to, yes, create that much needed sense of awareness, but giving them the information and allowing them to take some power back. So thank you so much for joining us this evening, and thank you for sharing.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Viewers at home, that was Tshepang from South Africa United Against Cancer. Now, it is important for us to also play our part. I'm sure each and every single one of us who are watching right now know someone in our family or friend group has been diagnosed with cancer or who has lost their battle to cancer. It's important that we play our part. Please do participate in the wellness walk that is coming up in October. Do reach out to them on their social media platforms if you want any more information, or please do go and get yourself a ticket on CompuTicket. Remember, it's a fun walk and an amazing day out that you can enjoy with your family and your friends, but it's also a day of awareness and information. So you can go through, get some information about the different types of cancer, what are the signs and the symptoms you should be looking out for, as well as some much needed screenings. And make sure you're getting those regular health checkups. So do support this incredible initiative and this amazing event.